Yeah.
And welcome back to Otaku Beast. Yeah, we're just back after that 2-minute break. And apparently we forgot to mention the movie that we were actually reviewing in the first video. It
It was Let's Be Cops.
that's a little embarrassing that we just completely... Oh yeah, let's just forget the title of the movie.
I think 8 out of 10 people would have guessed we were talking about it, though. Cops.
Don't assume that.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of people that were like, what the fuck are these guys
Talking about Police Academy. That's what they were talking about.
But we've gotten onto the subject of mangas now. Honestly, I do a lot of my manga reading online.
See, I don't believe in doing that because, like, I don't... Do you pay for it?
No.
No, I
Personally,
that's a lot of hard work that
Yeah.
goes into that. I believe in, like, buying the
Oh, yeah.
paper version of it.
I want to buy a lot of mangas. It's just, sometimes it can be hard to do because cosplay is expensive.
I believe in supporting the manga because it was the initial effort in actually getting an anime started. I believe in, like, watching an anime for free sometimes, but the manga is a very, very hard work, and you would learn that if you read Bakuman.
Honestly, there's been ones that I've read online than bought personally.
You mean like a sampler teaser? Do you read the whole thing, or you just read them as a teaser?
There's actually been ones I've read the whole thing online, then bought the physical copy because I just loved it so much. It's like I just want to be able to read it anytime I want.
When I get Jack Frost, I want you to look at these visuals in this book, because the visual action looks incredible in that book. It's completely screwed up, though. It's a decapitated head, like, talking and stuff, and then being put back on the body.
Some of the mangas I've read was Peach Fuzz. That was kind of a cutesy one. It was about a little, like, hamster or ferret or something, some kind of rodent pet. And it's about it just living life, and, like, it hates its owner. When the owner wants to play with it, it imagines, like, her hand as a hydra. And it's a gladiator just fighting to the death. What? I am serious. It was kind of hilarious, It was very interesting. I've read some really weird ones that I'm not even sure why they're not considered hentai.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I read a few that I was like going, are you sure it's not hentai? This looks like hentai. Like, I'm 90% sure this is hentai, and they're like, no.
Peach Fuzz?
No. No, Peach Fuzz is the ferret one. The one I'm talking about, well, the few I'm talking about, the one is called Sister Trap. It was labeled as a romantic comedy and ecchi, and I'm like going, no, this is hentai.
Well,
I know hentai. This is hentai.
Well, you know it's hentai when you pick it up in the store and it has saran wrap around it.
It was about a girl and a guy. They finally move in together, and she lives with her sisters. And her sisters try to seduce him and get him to cheat. Yeah.
Wow.
Because they want to keep her sister away from guys, and prove that he's scum.
I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm done. I'm not gonna be surprised because there's much worse stuff out there.
And pretty much, just the only way it's not hentai is because they censor the male and female parts.
Oh, you mean they erased it?
Kind of.
Or they stuck a thing of fruit in front of there.
Like they put the lines on it. Like the white strips on it, almost.
That's all there is to drawing is lines.
I'll show you what I mean. And it's like, but hentais do that too, so. And the two sisters that were trying to seduce him end up falling in love with him, and it's just like, okay, this is weird. I did read Psychic Academy, if you ever seen that one.
Is that like Pilot Candidate?
It's almost like anime X-Men. Like, it's a bunch of people with
I might have seen that one.
powers, and they are all in like a high school setting.
I might have actually seen an anime review of that.
Yeah.
Oh wait! I wanted to talk about that one you were talking about.
Which one?
Classroom Assault. What is that?
Oh, Assassination Classroom.
That I saw a trailer of. I love it already.
You already.
And I haven't even seen one episode of it. I just
Trust
saw a
me,
couple clips.
it is fantastic. I'm telling you, like, I know we have to make a top 10 list. That's going on my top 10.
Oh, you've watched it? Like watched it?
Yeah, and they're coming out with a season 2. Like, I was at the Funimation panel at Otakon, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to release season 2 soon, eventually."
Cool.
But another one I watched that I was surprised wasn't hentai was, I can't even remember the name of this one, but it's a harem style anime, you know, a bunch of girls interested in one guy. And all of a sudden these other girls started appearing out of nowhere, and each one of them is his possible future daughter with each girl that's interested in them.
What?
And yeah, all alternate futures, and they're all trying to convince him to do the nasty with their mom.
Wow.
So that way they can be born. And a lot of these, like, daughters end up falling in love with their own dad.
Oh my god.
So, you got a little incest in there. And it's like, no.
If they sleep with their own dad, won't they just cease to exist, or they'll just be inbred and stupid once they're born anyway?
I guess they would have to have a three-way with their mom and their dad.
Oh my god. This is terrible.
Like, the one girl, like, her mom's all flat-chested, and she is, like, double D stacked, and she's just like, well, to help you seduce Daddy, if he wants to play with breast, he can play with mine.
Oh
and
my god.
And it's like...
Wow.
But the series is hilarious. I'll give that... It was very creative to whoever made it. And I don't know, I do own Dragon Knights. That one's pretty good. Ever seen that one?
No.
They did make it into an anime, sort of a comedy adventure, pretty standard, honestly.
I've seen Battle Vixens.
Battle Vixens. I did read Chobits.
Hobbits?
Chobits?
Oh.
Chobit?
Oh
Chobits?
yeah, I don't know what that is.
Chobit.
Like, I always see that drawn, but I never know what it is.
Nobody knows how to pronounce it.
I know Fruits Basket, but like Fruits Basket is only like so-so for me.
I actually read that one too. Yeah, it's kind of a so-so anime, but I still read it.
I was poor for a while. I owned manga, like, for a long time. This is a series I never sold. Rurouni Kenshin. Pick this one up if you buy any manga. This is a great one. This is a non-sell, non-throwaway type.
That's definitely nostalgic right there. I mean,
it's nostalgic, but like, it's drawn very well, and
yeah.
the storytelling is really cool. And like, if you look at a lot of like the ninja ability, like stuff that goes on in there, like you can definitely tell that Naruto took a lot of what it does in their series, and from a learning process from Shonen Jump from Rurouni Kenshin.
Again, it's a great series. I mean, let's face it, that's the stuff I grew up with. I mean,
Samurai X.
Yeah.
That's a staple.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that everybody should read, I mean, or at least watch the series or something, you know.
I always always like how they change some of the terminologies, like in the manga and the anime. Like
Yeah.
they call something something in the anime and they call it something else in the manga. And then you're like trying to figure out like why they did that.
Uh, yeah, I can understand that.
Like in Get Backers, they call what Bon Meow does the evil eye. But in the anime, they called it the Jagon,
Yeah.
which just sounds really awful.
It kind of is the evil eye. Like the Jagon is the evil eye, I believe, because I've actually heard it used in other animes.
Is the Jagon like a gypsy term?
I'm not sure what kind of term it is. I know they used it in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, somebody had the Jagon on Yu Yu Hakusho?
Hiei did. His third eye was the Jagon eye.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, so,
They actually called it that?
yeah.
That's cool.
So, it might actually translate to evil eye.
Let's give props to. Here, you pronounce his name.
Ichigo?
No, not Ichigo, the artist and writer.
Oh. Titty Kubo. Titty.
Wow, you are not getting any sponsorship from Shogun Jump. Tight
But-
Kubo.
But everybody loves Titty Kubo.
Oh my god. There's a great artist right there, and a pretty like well thought out storyteller too, because the way he uses black and white space is amazing for Bleach's manga. I mean, the anime workers didn't have to do a lot to visualize like what they did in the anime series, just because of what they could have taken from the manga that he did. I think it's great work.
Yeah. What's the next series you have there?
I have more Bakuman, and I just wanted to show the crazy artist cover for number 3. This is the guy who just like is totally crazy and makes sound effects as he draws his manga. He does a manga called Crow inside the series. I mean, they all have like different titles of their own series that they're coming up with and like trying to one up each other. So it's really interesting to still read.
So you don't make sound effects while you draw?
I think that is an age thing with him too. Like he was young when he started, so like he never like lost his young vibe like when he started drawing, like because he always does it. I kind of stopped.
You want to do it again now, don't you?
What, make sound effects while I draw?
Yes.
No, I do all that before I draw. I have to visualize everything I do before I start drawing, so like kind of do all that process before I start sketching it out.
I do actually own a little bit of Rave Master. You should know Rave Master.
No, I don't.
It's kind of like a... Fairy Tail is actually a spin-off of Rave Master, I think. I don't know.
Oh, is it?
Sort of.
That would be interesting to find out.
They have a crossover episode. I know that, and Rave Master did come before Fairy Tail, and... So I'm... Like, you know Plu from Fairy Tail? The carrot-nosed dog?
It's a dog?
Yes.
I thought that was like a snowman.
No, he's a carrot-nosed dog. In fact, in Rave Master, during the theme song, like, they say, a carrot-nosed dog.
Wow.
Like, epic journey with a carrot-nosed dog. And it's like, what? It actually
Sorry.
came out around the time of Bo 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 Bo
wow.
Bo Bo. Yeah.
I just remember nasal hair whips. That's what I remember.
I remember also people going into his hair and fusing.
I don't know how much time do we have.
Keep going.
Keep going till it runs out?
Yeah.
Alright, then we might have to like repeat stuff. But okay.
No. It'll capture it all. We got this. We got this.
We got this?
We got this.
About a year and a half ago, El Recus 7 got a re-release on Blu-ray. The manga is pretty good. Like, I got this free with the box set that I got because I wanted some soundtrack / DVD / box art sitting on my shelf, and it was on sale. And the book and the box that it came in was the best part. Came with a T-shirt, but T-shirts are always large and extra large. I hate that. Every time they're trying to send you like, you know, a parachute shirt. Like, I'm a skinny guy. There's no demographic for me with a free anime shirt at all.
What's the next one?
The next one is Get Backers. Get Backers is a way better manga than it is an anime. Anime got 2 seasons. The manga actually got a split off series, I think called The Infinity Fortress. And during the original manga series, they actually went to the Infinity Fortress twice. There's so many much more cases and missions that they go on in the manga. This is definitely worth picking up. And you can find these really cheap now on eBay. So I recommend it.
The only other manga series I really own is Mega Man. I actually own a little bit of Mega Man.
This is perverted, so you love it. Mega Man is a manga series?
Yeah, they made it into a manga series.
That's how it started out? Like kind of
No.
like Astro Boy, or
No, they made it after.
after it was a comic?
No, after it was like a game.
Okay. So it was a manga before